Good morning. This is Jimmy Vapes. I'm here at Ideal Vapor at the Ripon location this morning. We had a great vape meet down there at Kelly's Bleachers there this last Saturday on the 14th. Had a lot of people come up and enjoy watching my videos, ask kind of where I started from and why I haven't done a video about that yet, because they were interested, and they're always interested in people that they meet on the forums and YouTube. Well, now we got to sit down and do one per request. So this one's for you, Don, down in Milwaukee, Oak Creek area, I guess you live. So I started here on like an EVOD battery. This has got a glass Kanger tank on it. This is a base right here that comes off. It's got a little 510. This one here was one of my best starter systems. I was a menthol smoker for 27 years. Started out Marlboro and then went to menthol. And you know how I started smoking? Well, I lived in St. Paul, and to be a part of this one certain group, that's all they asked of you was to stand there and look cool and smoke cigarettes. So I wanted to be cool, so I smoked cigarettes. Almost 30 years later, thanks to my beautiful wife, because what she did is she put this on my seat on a job site, which I could not leave. She took my cigarettes, left a little note, told me to basically enjoy it and shut up. By the time I got home, I did not want a cigarette. So again, live, I got to thank you, my beautiful wife. Thank you for supporting me and getting me off the stinkies and into vaping. But anyways, so then I was ready. I went to a really nice mod, I thought at the time. It's a Nemesis. Comes apart in a few different stages for different size batteries. But I like the 18650. A lot of people like the 18500s and the 18350s, but I was an 18650 guy. I used RDA. Nemesis and an Addy were my first two RDAs and tanks, so it was pretty awesome. And then after I was done like this, I had a little bit of voltage loss. I went to the Fuhattan. I love it. It's a solid copper, very heavy mechanical mod. It's got an earth magnet. The only disadvantage of it is it does collect a lot of stuff along the edges here on this earth magnet, so you got to keep it clean. It's got a nice little pin there, boom, boom. You know, it also will dent your table too. Just got to be careful. Another reason to be yelled at by my beautiful wife, but that's all right. And then I won this. It's from Vapor Logics. It's a parallel box. I loaned it to a friend, and it came back to me like this. I was pretty upset, but they put a little glue and silicone in there to keep any liquids off the electrical components. Very good idea. It was a parallel. First time. What that is both positives are up and both negatives are down. And I ran an RDA at like a 0.10 to a 0.15 all the time on this, my coils. I loved it. It was my first experience on a box, and I won that. And thank you very much, Shane and Evan down in Milwaukee. It is a Wisconsin-based company. And then I went to an Oracle. Really nice box. It's got a variable switch on the top, and it goes from 20 to 120. It's really well made, and it is a series. And the series is, as you can see, pluses on the top and the bottom there, and that way the two batteries become one. You increase your volts, and then you're able to increase your vape sessions, go to a higher ohmed coil. I ran this at a 1.5 one time, and I'll tell you what, it rocked. I was very, very amazed. Then I went to another series. This is an unregulated. It's actually got my name on it. It's my first personally made box. It's an MVCI box, $55 that for every sale of this box goes to a military family in need. So I brought these into our store, one because of that reason, but that was only the second reason. The first reason was Very well made box. And yes, it does have a MOSFET. It's nicely tucked in up here. Good switch. Nice 510. Gotta love it. And it's made by Valkyrie Mines. Right here. And this guy, I tell you what, he does a lot for community charities and organizations. He takes his talents and he puts it to great use. So there was my next step. Right now, I am running a steady ohm, steady mod box. I mean, steady ohm. It has the ohm sign there, so that's where it always gets me. It's a really well-made box. Again, it's a non-regulated series. On this one right here, I am running a mini Velocity. I love it. I've got me a 26 gauge 11 wrap parallel on a 3/32 drill bit. A little bit of a ramp time. It's a 0.47. But once she's warmed up, there is no question the power is there. You get just a little bit more of a volts loss on these two series boxes non-regulated than you do on the Vapor Logics. Evan there uses some amazing equipment. This guy researches it, and he kind of like matches it up like the old school days back when they made a car. Every part was designed for that specific car, when nowadays parts are made all over and retrofitted and aftermarket, however you want to go to it. So Evan's really taken a step further, and you get very little voltage loss on his oracles, so I got to get him kudos for that. But this is kind of what got me to where I'm at right now. This is Jimmy Vapes. I hope you enjoyed this little video of what got me off the stinkies of almost 30 years, and why I'm at where I'm at now is because I love the flavor. I started at 24 Nick. Actually, the shop we started at in Oshkosh gave us a 36 Nick. My God, I about released the load when I took a hit off that. Then we went down to a 24, 18, and then I went to my Nemesis, and I was down to a 6 right out of the gate. I'm at a 3 right now. I'm vaping Smoothie. It's from Add Heat. Julian is the owner out of Milwaukee. Very awesome guy. He gave me a 100 ml bottle down at the vape meet because he knows Smoothies are one of my favorites. See if I can do a O and a tornado before we call her done. I get a couple there. My son's been working with me a little bit. That kid can blow. Oh, he's a pretty amazing kid. Love you, James Jr. I got to start a little bit. Not very good at my tornadoes. My wife kicks my butt at my tornadoes, but she's my wife. You gotta let her win once in a while, right? So I'm gonna end this. Please support CASA. It's capital C, capital ASAA. Go check out their site. Support your vaping rights. Do a video documentary or whatever you can do and send it to any representative you can think of in office, including the president. Send it to your governors. Send it to your administrators in your local area, on the board. Find out who's your alderman in your area. Send him a letter. Lisa is an amazing woman with LKA Vapes. She has given me a lot of places to go to and a lot of recommendations. I love you, Lisa. I thank you for helping out Ideal Vapor. Without her and her amazing juice in the beginning, Jimmy Vapes would not be here today. She supported my wife. She's a survivor. I put her into where she's at now by a lot of hard work and dedication to my family and to her. She generated the atmosphere that Ideal Vapor presents today. Yes, I'm a husband in training. Always will be. Any man out there says that he knows his woman better than she knows herself. Have another beer, buddy, because that ain't true. You guys all have a good one. Keep the vape ethics real and the love for real for your fellow man. Sharing is caring.